will see this too that aren't even on the call, but that's fine. We can have people sneak in and get a little sneak peek of the insider game. Hey
Well,
Glenn, how you doing?
these are guys that I invited that's been interested, so they want to ask you a few questions.
No
So
worries. How's it going, Glenn? Is his mic not work?
I don't think he can hear you. Yeah.
he told me you got to fix.
Uh, and I see a guy with a
Now
white
it should
shirt.
work.
Oh, there we go. Glenn, what up?
I'm doing great. I worked 4 hours to get that mic to work.
Right on. Success.
It better be.
And who's this gentleman on the with the white T-shirt?
I just sent an invitation to 40 people on our prospect list.
Okay. Do you guys know who the guy with the white T-shirt is?
His mic is muted. It looks like.
Can you hear me?
Hey, there you
Yes.
go. Oh,
There
it's
you
his name just popped up. Ethan.
Yes.
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you get an invite from Norm or Glenn or?
Yeah, just like a minute ago.
I
Or
just sent you an email, and
yes.
you sent me an email asking about Chuck and everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you think you were going to be watching a video and not have any participation?
No, no.
I know. So sometimes it's like with stuff like this, everybody thinks like, oh, I'm just gonna watch a video, and it's like I'm actually this is so fun for me right now because it's like it's so exciting everything that's happening that I actually want to interact with people because I think when people see how big it is what we're doing and how real this. Oh, let me mute. Glenn's mic just blew out.
Yeah.
Uh,
We got one more, but I think she muted herself out.
Yeah,
So
no worries. But it's just like it's fun. I've been talking to so many people, and I was just telling Norm before some of you guys jumped on the diversity of people that are contacting me on a daily basis. I mean, I have people that, are in their 20 somethings, guys and girls, and they're just like, this is amazing, and I want the water, and I love the product, but I'm super excited about the opportunity. I have middle-aged, I had a middle-aged woman, she just got started, and I added her to the Facebook group. She's stoked out of her mind. She does like some health stuff, and she's like, this is right in my wheelhouse and everything, and she's like, I would do this if it wasn't even tied to a compensation plan. I just love the water and like the product. And then I just actually got off a phone call with a gentleman who's I think he's almost 60 years old, and he's jacked and excited. And I just got off a call with him. He just got his machine and then bought a Ukon underneath his machine. And it's like I got people so diverse, every walk of life and age and nationality, and it's like everyone is just super excited. I think the feedback I'm getting is just the product is actually a physical, awesome, amazing product that people would buy without it being tied to compensation. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
nice. That's pretty cool.
So I don't know if you guys have questions or you just want to chat, because if you turn the key in the back of my head right here, if you turn it on, there's an engine that starts, and then this thing will not stop moving, and it'll just keep going. So
Ethan, you got any questions?
Sure, I'll have some questions. So, I mean, I signed up today and pretty much just got to go through the first step as of today. And basically, my main question, I haven't, bought the system or anything yet. Just what the actual strategies would be as far as selling that actual product.
sure.
Yeah, that's maybe my first question.
So what strategies are we using right now to sell the Enagic water machines?
Right.
Okay. Yeah, in the most simplest form that I can explain it, all that I'm personally doing, I've done no paid marketing as of yet, meaning I haven't gone out there and actually actively marketed yet. What I've done personally, and I am a little bit different than probably most people that would get started with this, because I do quote unquote have a following from stuff I've done before, but I actually didn't tap into my full following. I basically sent an email out, and then I also posted a Facebook message to two select small groups,
Mm-hmm.
and I basically just said, hey, I'm working on something, guys. It's a physical product. that we're selling, and we've partnered with a company, and we actually have an automated system where we're seeing people get results where they're getting multiple checks in the mail every single week from actually giving people and selling them a physical product that produces a healthier source of water than you normally would drink. And just a very simple message like that, and people that wanted more information, I just said message me if you'd like more information. And from that, so far, just that little push of asking people if they'd want more information on what I'm working on, so far since I've tracked it, I already have, I think, close to about 40 to 45 people that have gotten started with a high ticket product. So the cheapest thing that you can buy is $1,500, and I've already had 40 to 45 people come in, and it's, I think, it's been less than 3 weeks that I've been doing this. So yeah, as far as what I've done so far, that's what I've done. If you want to know what we're going to be doing as a team strategy, we're actually setting up marketing campaigns to where somebody that doesn't have a following, that would just be starting their business from scratch, kind of like I did 7 years ago, we're actually going to allow you to, if you come in and join our team, to tap into our marketing resources. So we're actually going to be actively going out and finding people that have their hand raised saying, hey, I want to know more about a home business. And we're going to do that through various different channels, whether it be Facebook ads, YouTube PPC, going through certain providers where we can actually get an email ad out to very targeted, specific people that are real people, not robots filling out information through some solo ad directory, but real people that want real information about a home business. We're going to have all of that stuff going and active for the team. So if you don't have some type of following or some type of way to know how to market right now, you'll be able to tap into our marketing channels that we're going to be going out, and I'm going to personally make it available for our team to be able to buy in shares as low as $50 to $100 per share, so you can get yourself getting leads in your pipeline and coming into your website to see the presentation and get into the autoresponder follow-up sequences that we'll set up for you guys. So as far as the strategy goes, I hope that answers your question, but we'll have marketing campaigns that are running that you guys can tap into, and it just comes down to how many leads do you want to get on a daily basis. Do you want to get 10 leads a day? You want to get 200 leads a day? You decide,
Right.
Right.
And we should point out, Ethan, that the Power Life Pro website is currently in beta. Once it goes fully online, which should happen shortly, is my understanding, there's also going to be marketing opportunities there. Besides the pay-per-click, which we can do through Jeff, it can also be done through the Power Life Pro system. They're also going to be setting up an opportunity for ringless voicemail, which means it's a system that basically puts in voicemails without ringing the phone, and the cost per acquisition of a sale to do that at the current time with their testing seems to be lower than even the pay-per-click is. So the opportunities for marketing are significant, and people like Jeff and Adam Whiting that you saw the video of are very powerful internet marketers. So these are people that if we follow their lead, we're definitely going to get success. You also, I know, haven't had time, but if you, when you get time, if you'll check in the training center of the Winners Network, you'll find a whole lot of information there on traffic, all the way from free traffic, free YouTube traffic and Facebook traffic, to solo ads and other types of paid traffic.
Yeah, I see somebody here. There's some. Is it Linda?
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to talk, but I don't know if her mic is working.
Oh, her mic's not working. Okay, I just want to make sure we know who's here. Yeah. So Ethan, I mean, have you ever done any home business stuff before? Have you ever marketed online at all, or?
I'm basically, been trying. I'm in that sort of buying a program, trying it, and seeing little results.
What
like that.
what have you done, or what are you currently doing, or what have you done so far?
I've tried the build my list by, I think that was one of the videos that drew me to this, was a review of Build My List, and basically it's just building an email list and then email marketing.
Are you
And
talking
then,
about the product that came out, Build My List 2.0?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
He watched one of Chuck's videos.
yeah.
Is how he ended up at the Winners Network.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, so I don't. Do you know who I am, or have you ever seen anything that I've done?
No.
Okay, no, that's totally fine. But I basically started online right around 7 years ago, and I was pulling my hair out because I knew that there was people making money on the internet, but I just didn't know how to connect all the pieces to the puzzle. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Jeff, before you tell that story, let me drop the bombshell on him and also tell him how you connect to Chuck. Uh, what I need to tell you, Ethan, is that a few weeks ago Chuck passed away, and so that's the reason he's not the one who answered your email.
Gotcha.
Chuck today has a lot of videos online, and for a long time into the future he'll still be helping people with their internet business just by his presence on the internet, even though he's no longer here. But a lot of the money that Chuck made in the last number of years, he made through a program that was called Instant Payday Network, which is very similar to the Winners Network. We just made some tweaks to it to bring it up to the current time. But the Instant Payday Network is no longer online. Well, Chuck's sponsor was Joseph Zabrowski. I don't know if Joseph has spoken so that you can see him. Joseph, why don't you say? There's Joseph. Now Joseph's sponsor was Jeff Buchanan. And so that's what brings us up to Jeff. So we've really been working with Jeff for a number of years, and for a while we weren't working together, but we've just come back together on this because it seems to be one of the most powerful opportunities to make money on the internet that there is right now. And so, sorry for the interruption, Jeff, but that kind of ties it into where Ethan got into the picture.
Hey Jeff, let me say something real quick too, because I think Linda's having problems with her mic. So Linda, if you're hearing this, do me a favor, go use your mouse and then go to the far left. There's a box up there that says chat on the far left. Open that up and then type in your question in the chat, and then we'll try to answer it from there if you can.
Yeah.
If your mic's not working. So
There you go.
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically 7 years ago, Ethan, I was like, I was buying. You ever heard of ClickBank?
Oh yes.
I probably bought every make money online program that ClickBank had, and I thought I got real smart when I started clicking the little red X button out of the browser, and every time I did that, I got a discount on the product. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this product's $67, and I click out, and I don't got $67. I clicked out, and it was like, oh wait, it's 47. I was like, click it one more time. I was like, oh wait, it's 27. And then click it one more time. I was like, wait, today you can get it for $1. And I thought I was real smart because I was gonna, just buy all those products for $1 and then cancel them and learn everything in them and try and do what they're telling me to do. What I didn't realize is that I knew that people were making money, and I knew that people were having tremendous success online because I was seeing it over and over, And I know there's some people that, they do screenshots and they do videos and stuff and they kind of finagle stuff, but I mean, dude, I can take you into my accounts. Like, you can see this money's real. I can show it. Like, I can't fake this. These are all checks.
Right.
See that? This is just like, I haven't even gone to my mail this week yet. These are all just, I think last week I got an envelope full of these. But so I can't fake that. But the reason that happens is because there was a point in my life when I was 6-7 years ago where I was buying every single Make Money Online product, and I was learning all this stuff, but I just didn't know how to apply it. Does that make sense? It was like, you might know, like, you might have heard things like how to do SEO or how to set up a Facebook ad, or you need a blog, or you need to build a list. You hear all these things, but what you need is the, like, okay, but how does that all relate to me, and how do I turn that into money? You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to do that. So what I had to do is I had to shut everything down, because I had literally probably 50 gigs of hard drive space taken up by Make Money Online products, ebooks and tutorials and stuff. You might have something like that on your computer right now, right?
I am, Let's Play.
And you probably have taken action on about 1 or 2% of it, I bet, just like I did, and you'd probably be doing more than I would at that time. But the thing was, is I just didn't know how to bring all of the puzzle pieces together in one spot. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up searching for a way to kind of figure out a blueprint, and I saw kind of some stuff that I saw, and what I finally got smart and I did is I actually went through a whole funnel where I actually bought everything, and I stopped and I saved every page I went through. And what I did is then I went back to the page that I went from, and then back to the page that I went from, and back to the page that I went from, and then I even looked at all the emails that the guy was sending me over the last 3 months. And all of a sudden it clicked. I was like, this guy has got everything set up on autopilot, and he has specific tasks that he has me going through, and that's making me make a decision to buy. I need to set up a system that all this stuff does on autopilot. That's what I need to do. And so I just basically reverse engineered, and I finally got smart. Instead of keep buying, I just modeled what I saw was already working. Are you following me?
Yeah, I'm following you.
And once I did that, then all of a sudden I started to get out of like the shiny object syndrome stuff where I'm looking at the next product that was going to save me, and I just finally started doing money producing activities. And the only thing that somebody has to focus on to make money, it's simple as this. It's traffic and conversions. So all you need is you just need traffic coming somewhere that you control, and then the place that you control being able to convert that traffic into a lead and convert that lead into a sale. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I mean, that's the simplicity of making money on the internet. What I have done, because I have done so many failing things on the internet and failed so many different ways, I couldn't even tell you every story of how many times I failed. It's crazy. I've been in places where like my bank account was negative $1,800. My bank account, not a credit card. My checking account was negative $1,800. I've been there, dude. I know, like, when I've been struggling. I can't keep my cell phone bill paid. I was basically homeless without, being fully homeless because my mom cared enough about me to let me live in her house. And funny enough, I started Instant Payday Network when I was living at my mom's house. That's kind of funny. And basically what I did is I just stopped doing all this like random stuff, and I just got really focused, and I got focused on a strategic blueprint. And so now what I do is I just build systems where people can just strategically focus on money producing activities and not all the technical stuff that's happening in the background that most people, even if they spent the next 12 months of their life studying intently, would not get down to a science where they'd actually be able to get people to make a decision to buy consistently from them and get recurring income from. So I build all those systems, and I know how to do it very well, and I just create teams where now the teams can focus on, all I need to do is get traffic to the place where it's going to convert into a sale. So your job literally becomes, all you need to do is focus on getting traffic to where it's going to convert. And the best part is that I also know how to get traffic, so I just show you where to get traffic from. So that's what we specialize in, is we specialize in doing that in a seamless environment to where you know everything that's going on, nothing's hidden, there's no smoke and mirrors, you know what we're selling, why we're selling it, and why it's getting bought. And the best opportunity that I've seen right now that has me super excited is a physical product with a Magic, which is the water machine. And I'm sure if you've watched any of the videos, you can probably understand why, because it's a real product that people can actually have a healthier lifestyle using with something that they already consume every day.
So Ethan, when you did step 1 on the Winners Network, you clicked on a little button that was flashing red that said, "For more information, click here." Is that true?
Yeah, I watched all the more information videos.
Those 5 or 6 videos.
Yeah.
What you actually watched was Jeff's funnel. Now, Jeff was kind enough to let us pretty much reproduce his funnel on our website, but when you watch those 5 videos, it's almost an exact reproduction of Jeff's funnel, and then that dumped you into Power Life System, or Power Life Pro System, which is also a funnel done by an extraordinary internet marketer to automate the process. Enagic is a company that's been around for 40 years, as you know after listening to all those videos, but they've never before had a system of online marketing. Everybody's just done it the old school way. But what Adam did is took all that they were doing and automated it so that once people land up on that website with a few clicks, they can become the proud owner of an Enagic water system and a distributor of a very powerful money-making system. And all you have to do is send the traffic to that very same funnel, and people will go through the system, and of course they'll be on your team when they finish.
Mm-hmm.
But all of us, my friend, all of us are like testimonies of what Jeff just told you. We've all made good money from Jeff's systems, and in fact, we've even taken it a step further. As you know, these guys have created the winner's circle or whatever it is. I've created my own business called Unlimited 20. We basically modeled it after what Jeff did with Instant Payday. So everything that he just said to you, I mean, we've spent years making money from his system and developing our own systems, which are, you know, imitations of his, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but don't get us wrong, Ethan. Like we didn't like it took a lot of trial by fire, just like Jeff said. Like all of us have spent money. We've gone through product after product, and it's taken a long time to get to where we're at. You know, just learning and just understanding. But you know what? From everything that we've seen, the blueprint right now, it's laid out for you. All you have to do is just take it step by step, and guarantee you do what we tell you, or what's in the steps, you're gonna make money no matter what. So. Okay. All right, Jeff. I think Linda has a question for you on that chat. You see it?
Yeah. Let me take a look. Linda. Okay. So she says she was with Instant Payday, and she also joined Empower, and she was wiped out by marketing trying to get leads, and she's wondering if there's a way to get leads with what we're. Yeah. So Linda. So with this, like I said, I was telling Ethan. I mean, I have zero other than, I mean, I help some of my friends that have regular businesses. I help them market online and stuff, just because it's easy for me to just like set up campaigns for people if I know that they already have something set up to sell. Like I have a friend that has a concrete business. He fixes concrete and does sealer and polishing and all that. So I just set up AdWords campaigns for him and get leads and phone calls to his business. So like all the marketing stuff, it's easy for me. So I do that stuff on the side for like brick and mortar businesses. But as far as online marketing, home business stuff goes, I'm 100% focused on what we're doing right now. I have no other side projects going on. Everything's shut down. So as far as with the Enagic water machines, with PowerLife Pro, if you are on our team, so if you are purchasing from somebody that is under me, you don't have to purchase from me directly, just somebody under me. So it could be Norm, it could be Glenn, it could be Joseph, if Ethan gets started, anyone. The whole cool thing is that if you are on my team, you're going to get every resource that I have. So all the traffic sources that I'm using, everything that I'm doing to generate leads, I'm literally like, here guys, here it is. It's not going to be like, here, come buy my course where I'm going to teach you for $497 how to generate leads through a certain source. It's going to be, here's the exact source I'm using, here's the exact ads I'm using, here's the exact copy, the video, all that stuff I'm using. You can just copy it. But then I even am going to go a step further and be like, if you don't want to do that stuff, if you don't want to be the person that learns how to do all that, here, just buy a share for, like I said, $50, $150, whatever it is the shares cost. Buy a share, so your link will come in and rotate in the link that I have running on that campaign. So if you're not a person that wants to like try and learn how to do all the marketing stuff, if you just want to be like, okay, I got my machine, I bought my machine, I have my team account, I set up my team account. Now how do I make money? I literally am going to show you, okay, go to this video, here's how you buy a share. The shares cost $50 each or $100 each. Here's the link you're going to send the traffic to. Give me your link for your system and just pay the money, and then you're going to start having leads come to your site. You understand? So we're cutting out all of the hard stuff for the people that don't want to do the hard stuff. And obviously the hard stuff is really the technical stuff that's already all set up. But I'm talking about marketing stuff where people sometimes get confused. They don't know, well, I want to do PPC, but what do I say in my PPC ad? What type of video do I use? What should I do for the headline? What type of link do I use? Do I mask the link? Do I redirect the link? What capture page do I send it to? There's like so many variables, as you can see. That's why so many people it's like their feet get stuck in the mud. They don't know what to do. I know that all that stuff is a problem, so I'm cutting out all those barriers, and I'm literally going to make it as easy as buy your machine, set up your account with our team, and then if you want to start getting traffic, here's exactly how much the traffic will cost. So if you want to get 50 leads a day, this is how many clicks you're probably going to need, so pay for that many clicks, and we'll put your link in the rotator, and you'll just start getting leads on autopilot. And also, I'm giving you, everybody knows what an autoresponder is, I'm hoping, on this call?
Yes.
Yes.
Does anybody not know what an autoresponder is? I can explain it. We got a new guy on, Christian. Christian, you got a mic? Unmute your mic, bro, if you got a mic.
Hey there.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Hey, good. Yeah, we're just touching base with everybody. Are you hearing everything that we're saying?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, cool. Do you know what an autoresponder is?
No, I don't.
Okay. So, and then Linda, do you know? She says no or yes. Leads will then content. So let me just explain this real quick.
She said she knows what an autoresponder.
Okay, cool. Let me explain this. So all we're doing to make money, I'm going to break it down to a very simple format. Even though there's like a lot of complicated stuff going on in the background, let me break it down to a simplistic format. Imagine out here somewhere on the internet, somebody is somewhere. They could be on Facebook, they could be on YouTube, they could be on a blog, they could be on CNN.com, they could be a million different places out on the internet, okay? When they click a link that will be one of my ads that I have running out there, that link will be a rotator link. What that means is if you buy a share, and the only way you can buy a share is if you're on our team. So that means you have to buy a machine from myself or from one of the guys on this panel or from somebody on our team. And I'll explain why that's good for you later in a second, but just follow me. Somebody's out here on the internet. They're on Google, they're on YouTube, they're on Twitter, they're anywhere on the internet. Blog, doesn't matter. When they click one of my ads that I have out there, that ad is going to be a rotator link. And that rotator link is going to have one of your links in it if you buy a share that you'll have access to on our team site. And when you buy a share, what's going to happen is if one person clicks the link, then that link is going to go to one of the links in the rotator. So it's either going to be my page, or it's going to be Norm's page, or Glenn's page, or Joseph, or Ethan, or whoever's in that rotator. You guys follow me so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So when they come to that page, then that person is going to come to a capture page, and this is the whole purpose of what we want to do, is we want to get somebody who's interested in what we have to offer. And that capture page is going to have a very simple explanation. It's going to say something like, hey, do you want to find more information on how we blah, 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 blah. So make $100 a day from home, or get 32 checks a week selling alkaline water machines. Like whatever, it doesn't matter what the capture page says, but what I'm saying is they're going to come to a page where the whole purpose is for them to simply enter their email. What is awesome is that when you have somebody doing the ads for you and everything's taken care of on this side, you don't have to worry about all that. The only thing you're going to worry about is just making sure that you have your link in the rotator, and then when the link is sent to the capture page and they enter their email, that you have now a sequence or a follow-up series that's also connected to a sales page that they're going to go to, and that is all happening on autopilot. Well, good news, we've also taken care of all of that as well. So when you buy a machine and when you get started, you're going to get all the same replicated sales pages we're using, all of the same replicated autoresponder messages we're using. So your whole job now becomes getting traffic from where we tell you to get traffic from, and that's just as much traffic as you want is as much as you want to get. So if you want to get 50 people to your website a day, like I said. If you want to get only 2 people to your website a day, that's up to you. But if you want to get 500 people a day, that's up to you as well. It just depends on how much you're willing to invest in your business. We're going to take care of all the hard stuff about how to do all that. We're just going to get them to your site. And we're also going to take care of all the back-end stuff too, with the follow-up and the sales messaging and all that. So your whole job becomes, how much traffic do I want to get to my site? And then your only second job from there is, when people start responding to you and reaching out to you saying, hey, I watched that video where Jeff talks about the alkaline water machine and how you guys have a team together and you guys are providing leads and you're providing traffic resources and training. How do I get started? Then your job after that is, oh, I'm glad you asked. Here's my sign-up link. So you understand? So it's like, obviously all the other stuff that's happening, it's very technical and there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of variables. But we make it to where you don't have to worry about that. You just worry about how much traffic do I want to get, and then following up with that, with those leads after they're already going through an automated process, just like you guys have already gone through, hopefully. I'm sure everyone on this call has gone through some sort of video, or you've gotten emails in your inbox talking about an opportunity or what we're doing. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you this question. If those emails came from Norm or Glenn and Norm, how many physical emails did you send out to those people, or did you just set everything up on autopilot?
We put it on. Yeah, we
Well,
actually.
in the
put it
beginning,
on
you guys actually
autopilot,
probably did send out physical emails because you sent out more of a broadcast.
Right.
But
We sent out a broadcast to those who were already members
yeah,
of the Winners Network. Now, everybody on this call, Jeff, and it's the only reason that I feel free to mention my program. Everybody on this call, I'm pretty sure, is part of our organization. Linda's the only one I'm not sure, and she seems to be connected there with Norm, so she must be part of what we're doing here. But I've talked with Christian, and I just sent an email to Ethan 2 minutes before we got on. Let me mention some numbers here, Jeff. These numbers that I want to mention are what Adam Whiting and his organization experienced in their testing of the system. Anytime that I mention numbers, I want to say that you can't guarantee numbers. They can go up and they can go down and they can vary with all kinds of circumstances. But what they experienced was it cost about $40 to $50 to get a, I guess, basically, you would say to lead someone to their ownership of the water system. So in other words, $40 to $50 investment in the pay-per-click machine that Jeff is talking about, and somebody signs up under you. Now, how many times would you want to invest $50 if you were going to get a $300 commission for that person signing up? So, like Jeff said,
I would never do that. That sounds like a horrible idea.
It's too much to
I
invest.
don't want to trade $50 for $300. I want to keep my 50.
Well, it depends on who's paying the 300 and who's paying the 50, doesn't it? But anyway, sure, there are people that say, well, I can't invest anything in getting started. I just want 5 times with the mouse and my bank account fills up. You've seen that on all those videos that they keep sending you in your mailbox, haven't you? They make big promises, but we've all learned that they deliver only disappointment. And it's going to take some investment and just a little bit of work. But what Jeff is telling you is that the system is going to do all the work for you, but you're going to have to make a little bit of investment. And what we learned early on, and sometimes you don't have a lot of money to start out with. All traffic costs money. They talk about free traffic. There's no such thing as free traffic. Traffic either costs time or it costs money.
That's
so
right.
You can spend hours putting up a video, or you can pay a few dollars and have it done for you. When you can pay the money, that's the easier way to do it. And if you can convert $50 into $300, or even say $150, then probably you're going to want to do it just as many times as you possibly can, won't you?
Yeah, let me ask a question real quick. Christian and Ethan, you guys got mics, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me ask you a question real quick. Before I ask the question, let me ask this. What have you guys seen as far as like the Enagic water machine stuff? What videos have you watched?
Want to go first?
Yeah, go. Whoever wants to go ahead.
All right. Well, I've just seen the first the first videos of all the step one. So I'm not sure what the videos are
Step
called.
one.
That was
Was
5.
that something on your site, Glenn?
The Winners Network.
Yes, but it sends them to your videos on your site that starts out with Chuck's visiting his mailbox. So you saw all 5 of those videos, which includes the demonstration of the machine and includes Jeff doing some talking and so forth, right?
So you saw Ethan the videos where we show like the machine, what it can do, the business opportunity side, the team site stuff that we have set up. You saw that?
Yes.
Okay. Once you watched all that, what went through your mind?
Basically, I mean, and from hearing this now, that I can probably sell this, and I want to definitely make the investment, and try to do this.
What I'm trying to get at is when you watch all that stuff, you probably were like a little bit like, dude, this looks pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You might have been a little scared and been like, I don't know if I can do this or if I can make this work or if I can do the investment and all that stuff, but you probably had an overwhelming thought of like, this looks pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, guess what? There are millions of other people that are just like you that will have that same thought.
Right.
And all we're doing is finding those people and putting them in front of the same exact videos that you watched that got you excited, and then we get them to make a decision, and we get that decision to be made so that way you can make money. But the only way you can make money is if you first make that decision yourself. You understand?
Yes.
Christian, same for you. When you, with whatever videos you watched, I mean, what were the thoughts going through your head? Were you like, oh, this is just crazy, or were you actually like, oh, this might actually work?
Well, for the past few months, I've actually been putting a lot of focus on trying to find a product to sell, and preferably with a system that would make it simple. Now, I've gone through probably about 2 to 3 dozen different business ideas, and so far this one just popped right out at me. I mean, it's something everyone uses. It's something that everyone could benefit from, and I think it's something that will sell itself.
Yeah, I mean, and so like what I'm trying to relate to you guys is because what I learned early on when I was starting my online business is I didn't realize that I was my own worst enemy. And so I was actually self-sabotaging. You guys understand what I'm saying? I'd have so much self-doubt about myself that I could do something that I wouldn't just flip and pull a trigger and go after something. I would always like kind of just toe in the water, whatever. That's what I was telling Ethan a little while ago before you came on, Christian. I had bought every Make Money Online product you can buy, but was taking like 0% action on anything I was learning. I had all this information, and it was actually information overload, and it actually kept my feet stuck in the mud. But let me tell you something. When you actually have something like we have right now, where it's a physical product where I can talk for 3 minutes about what the product is and what it does, and anybody in the world it'll click in their brain like, oh, that seems like a good product. Because as soon as they see what the machine can do, it's water. Let me ask this question. Does anyone on this panel know anyone in the world that can live a few days without drinking what this machine produces? It produces water. You know what I mean? So
I drink a lot of water, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like we're trying to sell ketchup popsicles to women in white gloves. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're doing. It's water. Our body's made up of 70% of it. So it's obvious that everybody needs this. But the problem is that most people don't know how to get this to the masses. That's where we come in. We know how to make systematic processes that do the telling and selling in an automated fashion, and then we know how to replicate that automated fashion into people so people can replicate what we know how to do in like very fast fashion. So, and the other thing too is what's cool, and Joseph, you can talk about this, but like for instance, when Joseph got started, his very first sale was actually a sale that I just put right underneath him.
Yeah.
And that's just something that's cool about the compensation plan that we have with the company. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to get started and all of a sudden, like, I'm going to just throw 80 sales underneath you, or Norm's going to throw 100 sales underneath you and all that, and you're just going to, go take a trip out to Costa Rica and eat bonbons for the rest of your life, and all of a sudden there's going to be $1 million in your bank account. But what I'm saying is the cool thing about the compensation plan that the company provides is it actually incentivizes us as people that are bringing you in to help you rank up as quick as possible, because ultimately it ties everyone together in a way that I can actually hit certain bonus levels through my sales infrastructure unless my people and my team members that are with me are also hitting certain ranks and bonus levels. So when I see people come in and get started and they're like action takers, I'm actually looking like, hey, you know what? Like for instance, I just had a sale right before we got on this call. I had a guy, Clayton Long. He just got started, and he bought a machine and a Newcon underneath his machine, and that sale went right underneath my sister. So I just put that sale under my sister. Didn't put it underneath myself. Went underneath my sister. So she's gonna get 2 checks in the mail, and she's like not even she doesn't even know what the heck she's doing actually on the internet. She doesn't even know what she's doing yet. I haven't taught her what to do yet. but she's like a waitress at BJ's, and I love her to death, and you know I want her to be taken care of. So I just flip and put 2 sales underneath, or a sale underneath her that she'll get 2 checks for. But here's the coolest part, is that in my mailbox in about 10 days, I'm also going to get 2 checks for that same sale. So that's what's so cool, is that the compensation plan actually reflects override commissions that pass up in a way that it actually benefits me, and sometimes I'm actually making not always, but sometimes I'm actually making the same money if I get people that are under me to get a sale as if I was to do it myself. Now that's not always the case, but sometimes it is depending upon the lane. So that's just another cool part about what we're doing, is it's an opportunity that has great upside on the commission side, as well as just the flipping product itself is amazing. It's awesome. You know, I've actually been drinking it. This is the water in this cup right here. I've been drinking it. You like how it's a Mountain Dew cup? So it's like I'm cheating on Mountain Dew with the Kangen water. But the water itself, it's like I usually like to drink energy drinks and coffee and stuff. I actually have almost cut out all my energy drink consumption over the last 2.5 weeks. And coffee, I'm drinking probably 10%. So if I was drinking 100%, I'm probably drinking 10% coffee of what I normally would drink over the last 2.5 weeks. My energy is amazing. I'm feeling like it's cleansing me out. You know, I don't want to get graphic, but you know when you get a good cleanse, what happens? Like that's happening, and I'm not doing any type of cleanse stuff. So it's like it's cleansing me out and all that. So it's awesome. The product's cool, so I'm excited about it, obviously.
Yeah, I'd like to second that, because you guys, I'm so serious. You know, when I got this machine, I think you and I, Jeff, are the only ones who have the machine at this point. When I got this machine, I was kind of kidding online. I was doing videos and just saying, hey, you guys, can't you tell my skin looks better? I got more energy. But I'm telling you, in the last 2 weeks, man, like you moved from 8.5 alkaline water to 9.5. And now that I've gotten to 9.5, I mean, it electrifies you. I am not kidding you. This is real. I mean, and when you try the product, it will blow you away. And I've been spraying that stuff on my skin. And my skin, it looks smoother. It's unbelievable. But you know, the one thing that Jeff was just talking about is things being, you know, the whole process here is a win-win. And the big overall picture is win-win too, because a lot of people, I don't hear people saying it, but I mean, no matter what you choose to do here, when you get this product, let's say you go into here and you want to get this product and then you want to do the business. If for any reason you didn't want to do the business, I mean, you cannot lose with the product. I mean, this product will last you for 25 years. I mean, it's just a majorly great investment. So
yeah,
big part of it.
And of course, there are customers who will want to own the machine who don't even care about building a business.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
You're the only people that you present the machine to are not necessarily people who want to build a business.
Yeah, and we're like, you know, with my, like, I actually have a team system that I'm almost finished with for our personal team, like stuff that you guys won't actually see for probably another week or so, but like all the stuff that I'm going to have back there, I'm going to have training, I'm going to have stuff back there to where like you would actually go to ClickBank and have to buy a product to get the information you're going to get for free just for joining our team. So you'll have stuff like that. You'll have replicated pages, sales videos, all that stuff that I'm using. But there are people right now that will buy the product without even wanting or caring about the compensation in the home business. But like as far as like when I talk about lead generation and everything up front, we're focusing on generating leads that are in regards and in the niche of home business, because we know how to do that very well. So like I can set up marketing campaigns today where I'm getting thousands of leads that are going to be coming in, and you know I'm going to need people to be taking those. So we're going to be focusing on generating the home business leads, obviously too, because we want to build out a large team that will obviously help to just build underneath people. But at the same time, yeah, you will have people that actually you might talk to or share the water with, or they see a machine at your house and they're like, what is that? And you're like, oh, it's Kangen water, it's alkaline water. Like, what's alkaline water? You show them a video, and they're like, oh man, I want one of those. And they can care less about the home business. So there's people that will, buy the machine as a customer.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah. I honestly have people that are my sister talked to, and they actually didn't even want to see any home opportunity movie videos. They just want to figure out how to buy a machine.
And also, you guys, just so that you know, one of the big parts of this business, some of the biggest sellers in this business, they just do live stuff. I mean, they just give the product to their friends. And those are some of the biggest sellers in Enagic. But since we've brought this online, this is a major deal to make something automated and bring it online, to be the first group to do that. I mean, that is just huge. I mean, being the first through the gates, that's a really big thing, because, I mean, when you talk about automation, it's like we're taking it to the next level. Like, there's 3 guys already who are in this online business, in this online group, who have done in about 45 days what it took people who have been in the offline business in Enagic. It took them 2 years to get to a certain level. We've had people in 45 days get to that same level. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. But what other questions do you guys have? So we can just, sometimes we can talk and you guys have questions and we can't answer them. So
it's up to you guys, Ethan and Christian. It's for you guys to ask. So if you guys don't know anything, we don't want to hold up Jeff too much. So
I do have one question, which is, do you guys have kind of an idea of roughly the success rate of the customers or the leads that you get when you purchase your share?
So you're asking, like, what can you expect as far as when you get a lead, how many of those leads will convert into sales?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so when it comes to that stuff, it is a numbers game, but through our preliminary testing with cold traffic, you understand when I say cold traffic what that means?
Not exactly, no.
Cold traffic basically means, like, okay, for instance, like, cold traffic is like this. You ever had a friend walk up to you and tell you how awesome they just had a steak at some restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, I got to go check out that restaurant, right?
For sure.
For you, your friend talking to you, that's very warm to you because you're friends. So there's already no like and trust factor there. You understand?
I see.
Cold traffic is like some homeless dude walking up to you off the street and going, dude, you got to go try this burger joint down the street. It's actually Joe Schmo's burger joint. You're probably not going to take his recommendation as highly as your best friend that you spend every Saturday with having a beer. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Cold traffic is like people that have never heard about us, don't know us from Adam, never seen the opportunity, never seen the product. They came to a presentation, a sales video, and then they became a lead to find out more information, and then they went through the sales process. We've seen them convert at a cost, that's what Glenn was talking about, and somewhere in the ballpark of between $40 to $60, depending upon the medium that they came through. So to break that down into like layman's terms, what it's saying is it cost you $40 to $60 to generate a sale that got you a commission of somewhere around $200 to $300.
Oh, okay.
So that's why Glenn was saying, would you mind, spending $50 to get $300 back? I don't think anybody would mind that. You know what I mean? So that's what he was talking about earlier, is that through our preliminary testing with cold traffic, we've seen that stuff. And so, but what I do and what we do as marketers is we do what's called funneling leads or lateral funnels, or warming up our traffic, and we do that through pre-framing them. Pre-framing is very simple. It's kind of like instead of just sending somebody right to a it's kind of like, you ever been to a car lot to buy a car, and it's like you get out of your car and it's like a flipping feeding frenzy. The sales guys all like attack you when you get out of the car. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Imagine if a friend drove you up to a car lot and you just got a feeding frenzy of car salesmen that hit you, right? It's like you'd be like, why'd you bring me to a car lot? I don't want to come to a car lot. Pre-framing is like your friend talking to you at home before and being like, hey, dude, are you interested in getting a new car? Hey, and one of my buddies, he works at the car lot. You want to set up a time maybe tomorrow at 5 p.m. and we'll go over there and we'll go talk to him? Okay, yeah, that sounds good. When you go on that drive and you show up at that car lot, you're pre-framed to be heard from that salesman. You understand? So we do that online through like funneling. So we take people to certain pages, certain videos and stuff before we actually hit them with like a sales presentation or a webinar, stuff that you guys have seen. So what that does is it allows people to kind of begin to kind of know who you are, begin to either like you or dislike you based on how they perceive you coming across, and then also just beginning to trust you. And that's really how to make a successful business on the internet. You need to have some type of thing that you have set up to where it funnels people and it makes your quote-unquote brand. Your customers need to begin to know you, they need to begin to like you, they need to begin to trust you. When that's happening, firing on all cylinders, sales just happen automatically. So we know how to do that in a way that's very non-salesy, very non-pushy, and we're actually only bringing people into our funnels that wanted to come there already because they saw an ad somewhere and they clicked on it, then they entered their information to want to get more information. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So we know how to do all that. We can teach. You will learn how to do some of that stuff just by being on the team in our team trainings. Hi, Cheryl. How you doing? You will learn some of that stuff.
Hey, Cheryl, how you doing?
You will learn some of that stuff through the trainings that we have. But the thing is like I was saying a little bit before, we don't need you to learn that stuff in order for you to make money because we have already created a lot of that stuff for you, and we just want to get our team to start to have success and make sales. So we do a lot of replication stuff and stuff where you create an account on our site, and then it just creates everything that we created for you, and it's all coded to you. So when people come to your site that we show you how to get people to, it'll just come through a funnel that's already built for you, and they'll go through the same processes that you had to go through to get started.
Cheryl, it's good to have you here. I actually wanted to contact you personally and tell you about this, but just didn't have enough time.
Hey, Cheryl, do you want to move your camera down a little bit so we can see your face and then say something if you want?
Yeah, if you guys want to say anything, feel free to unmute your mic and you can chime in.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, Linda, we hear you.
Hi. I had a question on the example that you gave. Pay 50 to get 300. Was that based on the $1,500 machine or the $5,000 machine?
The K8 machine.
Is that the $5,000 one?
That's the $4,980 machine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's absolutely great. But if I start out low and work my way up, do you think I can actually make money with the lower machine?
Oh, you are not required to buy a certain level machine to get the commission that machine produces.
Okay, I thought that's what I was supposed. I mean, I'd love to have the machine, but I thought, like in Power, you had to have the product in order to sell.
This is not a deal like that.
Oh, so I could do it without buying the machine to start out.
Yeah, anybody can buy. Okay. In order to get started, I'm going to make this very clear. All you have to do is buy whatever machine you want to buy. You choose whatever machine you want to buy. You buy it. Once you buy it, you'll get a distributor ID from Enagic. You're off to the races. You're good to go.
Okay, so I do have to buy a machine.
You do have to buy a machine because Enagic's regulations for their distributors is they do want only people that own the product to the distributor to sell the product, because they're actually more interested in getting the product and the water to people so that they can live a healthier lifestyle than they are about talking about compensation and building a home business and all that type of stuff.
Okay, so what is it that I'm not understanding? I need to buy the machine, but I think you meant, okay, you don't have to buy the machine to make commissions? I guess I don't, there's something I don't understand.
Well, you have to own a machine in order to get a distributor ID. And the only way that you can get a commission is if your distributor ID was used during the time of purchase.
Can it be built up? Can it be built up and then?
Linda, we'll make it simple for you. You buy any machine you want, okay?
Yeah.
And then hit a distributor ID. Once someone buys any of the machines on there under your distributor ID, doesn't matter if they buy the 5,000 machine or the 1,500 machine, you're gonna get paid on it.
But I need to have the
You must
distributor
first
ID.
buy a machine from a Nagic. You
And it
cannot
doesn't matter
sell a
which
machine from a Nagic unless you first buy a machine from a Nagic.
Yes. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I just understood you went correctly, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah.
so Cheryl, on the JR2 machine, which is the 2380, I think it is, which is generally the lower end machine, the numbers come out this way. For your investment of $50, you'd make $150. Would that work for you? In other words, if somebody bought the JR2 machine instead of the K8, you'd only make $150 instead of $340. Would it be worth investing $50 to make $150?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And again, I just want to shoot a disclaimer because I'm real big on this, and I know Glenn already said this, but I'll say it again. We are in no way, shape, or form declaring from the rooftops that it's guaranteed if you put $50 into some type of lead generation strategy that you should expect when that $50 is up that you're going to have a $150 check in your hand. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
When is
well,
the $50 up? How do you know when it's up? How do I know when to pay more money?
We're just talking about investment of getting traffic. So
Yeah.
I'll explain in a second. But what I just want to make really clear is there's actually no guarantees to make any money at all.
No,
But
I
I
understand.
can tell you right now, and that's just the FTC regulations. I legally can't even say I guarantee nothing because I honestly don't know what any one person is going to do with the information I give to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know. I don't even have a guarantee that I'm going to be alive tomorrow. You know what I mean?
No, we know this.
Other than the fact that God's still shooting blood through my heart and I got air pumping in my lungs, you know what I mean? That's the only guarantee I have. So no, we can't even guarantee if we're going to live tomorrow. So by no means can we guarantee that anybody's going to make money. But I can tell you this. Like for instance, I just got a text message from one of my guys on my team, and he said, "Dude, a guy came through and bought a K8 without me even talking to him." LOL. I just got that text message right now. It's 6:04 p.m. I can share my screen with you. So obviously people are buying this. And I want to reiterate this because I think this will help you guys because a lot of people they're very self-aware to doubt themselves and they won't believe in themselves. So I just want to share this with you guys. You, Cheryl, Christian, Ethan, and Linda, you're on this call right now because of our efforts to market effectively.
Yes.
Those
definitely.
same efforts that are marketing effectively to get you on a call like this, you're going to have the same access to it.
Okay.
So let me ask you this question. I already asked it to Ethan and Christian, and Linda doesn't have a mic, but just think about the stuff that's going through your mind right now. You're like, oh man, this is a good product. It's water. Everybody drinks water, and they're going to compensate pretty well if we sell these. This sounds like a pretty good idea. Those same thoughts are going to go through the prospects that we bring to your pages if you'll invest in the system and in the traffic sources that we show you how to do. The same thoughts that you're having are going to be running through other people's head the same exact way. And so what I'm just showing you is that you being here on this call right now is proof that what we do works.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why I want to like share that because that sometimes helps people to just recognize, oh wow, like I'm on this call right now, and look, there's other people just like me on this call right now, and guess what? I used to be that same person that I didn't believe anything would work. I wouldn't be able to do a business. I wouldn't be able to do this online marketing thing. It's all too hard. And now look at me. I can show you countless testimonials of people that have done videos or sent me emails. I get text messages. I get emails all day long. Jeff, thank you so much for doing this, or thank you for teaching me that, or thank you for this. And I have relationships with people that are on this call right now that met me online years ago, and now we're doing stuff together now, all just because of simple systems that we put together that help people to have success online with their own home business. So it's proven to work. I cannot guarantee that it's going to work for you, but I'm just trying to say have a little bit of common sense and think, if we just regular people that didn't have any extra, type of, special pixie dust or, fairy dust on our lives, it's like we're just normal people that we're struggling to try and do this ourselves. But we just followed simple blueprints. do you think if you had the exact blueprints we're using, do you think you might be able to have a little bit of success as well? You know what I'm saying? So that's that. I like to share stuff like that because I think sometimes we doubt ourselves so much that we don't think we can ever make anything work. And I just like to like paint clear pictures like that. That I'm nobody special. I was sharing with Ethan earlier. He was telling me some of the stuff he's done. I was telling him, dude, I did the same exact stuff, and now I've been able to make over 7 figures online, and I've been able to build huge teams, and I've been able to show other people how to do the same thing. And these guys are testimony to it. They've built their own systems, and they're doing it right now. So what we do works, and it's fun.
The
You get to
problem
connect with people and help people.
The problem with the internet marketing space is it has created a culture of failure. It has told us that if we just clicked a few times, the money would start rolling in. We try the program. The sales video is so enticing, we say, you know, how could I not try that? You know, I'd hate myself forever if I didn't try it. You know, it sounds so good. So we try it and it doesn't work. Well, if you think about it, for a little bit, most of these marketers are coming out with a new program every 3 or 4 months, aren't they? Some of them every 2 months.
Yeah.
So if they actually gave you the solution on how to make money online in their product, you're not going to be a prime prospect for their next product in 3 or 4 months. So they're going to give you just enough you don't ask for a refund, but they're never really going to tell you the secret because they always want you to be hungry and looking the next time they come out for come looking for a product.
Exactly.
Well, the problem is that culture of failure, we try so many times. I like Chuck Boulet's story because it's so powerful. He spent $50,000. Excuse me. He spent $50,000 to find a program that would make money online for him. You know how much he? Excuse me. You know how much he was making at the end of that? He was making $0. And that's when Joseph Zabrowski just ended up touching bases with him. He decided to try the program, and when I met him, he'd been doing it for 7 months, and he was making $10,000 a month. Well, the culture of failure makes us begin to wonder, does anything work? We've tried so many things, and nothing's worked for us. And what it does is we keep looking, and then we see the very thing that we're looking for, and we're too skeptical to accept it. So we have to always keep our eyes open and be careful that we don't pass by the very thing that we're desperately looking for. And it does come around every once in a while. There are a few things that really do work. And so it's important that when that which we're looking for comes along, we're ready to accept it and make it work for us. And I think there is a pretty good chance that you found it now.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving if we can on there. So Cheryl, you just joined us late. So do you have any questions? I don't wanna hold up Jeff too long, but go ahead if you have any.
Yeah, I can answer a few more questions. I gotta get going.
Cheryl, your mic's not working.
Christian, was I able to answer your question that you had earlier, brother?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all good.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to get them out real quick. I can hang on for probably another 10, 15, and then I gotta bail.
Hey Cheryl, let's do this instead. Use your mouse on the top left-hand corner. Go to the left side of the screen. There's a box there that says chat. Just open up your chat box and then go ahead and type in a question in the chat box if you want.
Ethan, did you have another question, brother?
No, you know, I'm ready to get started, man. That's about it.
Right on. Right on, dude. And just let me tell you guys this too. You see what we're doing right now? You see how we just are very candid, transparent. You can see it. My dog's just strolling in, you know. He's just chilling back here. We're just kicking it. I'm in my home office. Like this is just real life. You can obviously see this. I'm not in some high production sales video. This is me. Right. You're seeing me, right? I'm a real guy. And what I've learned is that we can all just totally be super transparent and be ourselves, and that actually is what people really like. They like that, hey, Jeff's a real guy. Hey, Norm's a real guy. Hey, Glenn's a real guy. Hey, you know what? Christian and Ethan and these guys that I'm getting emails from, they're real people. And what's cool is you're going to start to get leads, and what you have to understand is that those leads, they're real people. They're you. They're you coming into your email database, and then you're going to want to connect with those people. And we're going to show you how to do a lot of automation stuff, but what really is going to help you is actually looking at those emails and those leads as real people. When that connects with you, and then you also get to start connecting like we're doing right now, you can actually have, say, some leads, and you have maybe you get your first 50 or 100 leads, and you have a couple of guys raise their hand like, hey man, Christian, I'm excited about this, man. Like, how do I get started? I have a couple of questions, and Christian, you might not know everything to say, right? So you're going to contact Norm or Glenn or whoever you sign up with, and you're going to be like, hey, Norm or Glenn, I got this guy. He's really excited. I just don't know how to answer all his questions. You mind jumping on the call with me real quick?
Let me clarify here, Jeff. Norm and Glenn are the same. We are partners, and there's no difference between signing up with Norm and Glenn. We're partners together.
Perfect. So
Norm works during the day, so he's a little harder to get a hold of. You all have my phone number, and you're welcome to call me any day.
Right on. So the point I'm trying to make is simple. We're a team. So with a team, you're not buying a ClickBank product and then going to be left alone in your bedroom, you know, with like a keyboard in front of you and blank space on your screen trying to figure out how to start a blog and how to market that blog. You have a team, you understand? So if you have questions and you get started, there's going to be people to answer those questions for you. If you have issues that you don't know how to figure out when you get started, there's going to be answers for you on our team site and our support desk, and there's going to be help there. We already have a Facebook community of over, I think, 1,100 members right now that are all active, real people that have gotten started and are doing exactly what you're going to be trying to do, and they're all going through the exact same processes that you guys are going through right now. So just imagine this for a second. There's a lot of stuff that you might have bought in the past, or might have a lot of information you might have gone through in the past, and the problem is that you only had the carrot dangling in front of your face. You might have got a little tip of it, but you weren't able to sink your teeth into it because there was somebody just kept bringing that carrot further and further out. That's not this. That is not this. This is a physical product that everyone in the world can use, that is also coupled with a team and infrastructure and all the training that you're going to need for as much as you want to consume. But on top of that, to not wait for all that training to kick in, we're also going to do a lot of automation stuff that you guys can just tap into as soon as you get started to try and get yourself going with sales and leads and all that stuff. So I hope you guys are wrapping your head around this. This is not some like deal that's like the next shiny object. You're going to get some training and then, oh, I hope everything works. Like, we are having results with a team that is actually here and helping. And as you can see, I'm real live right now. I don't have to be doing this. I'm doing this because I want to help my team. You understand?
Mm-hmm. We appreciate you, Jeff.
And we might say that it's rare to get that kind of help from people as powerful as Jeff.
But let me say that I'm just a regular guy. I've been blessed. God's blessed me, and I've had some success, and I've got my head wrapped around a few things. But let me just say this: I started where every other person started. Let me tell you this: I started actually with not even be able to keep my cell phone bill paid. That's when I started to get all this stuff happening 7 years ago. I couldn't even pay a $50 cell phone bill. My phone would shut off every other month because I couldn't afford to pay the payment. I had to sell my car that was a beat-up Honda Civic that had blue duct tape on the steering wheel because the airbag was blown out on it. I had cardboard on the dash because that was blown out. Primer paint, dents all over it. I'm not a well-off person that had all these, these extra things in his life that was able to just come in and have a bunch of success. I actually was broke as a joke when I got started and didn't know how to start or where to start or who to follow. So if I can do this, be encouraged, because you can do it too. Because it looks like everybody on this call is doing a little better off than I was 7 years ago.
No, not at all.
All right, Jeff, man. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it, man.
No worries.
Thank you so much.
Does anybody have any questions I can answer in the last 5 minutes here?
I do have one question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So just kind of going over the overall process of signing up for this idea and course. Say, for example, that I wanted to join, but try and get my own traffic and get my own leads. Would there be any extra fees that I would have to worry about aside from buying the machine initially and all of the stuff that I would take care of on my own site?
You mean are there like monthly random fees for the website or some other stuff like that? Are you talking about?
Yeah, any other fees? Kind of.
Yeah, there's the cost for you to get started to start selling the machine is buying a machine. Our system and the team stuff, all free. We give that for free. Okay. If you want to tap into the traffic that we're buying, that is a fee. You will have to buy a share. So, like, say I'm doing a marketing campaign and I'm generating like 10,000 clicks a week or something. If you want like 500 of those clicks, there's going to be a cost allocated to that amount of clicks. You understand? So obviously there's a fee with that. But as far as like the information, the help, the websites and the replication stuff that you're going to get, that's free. It's already built and it's free. You're going to get that as soon as you buy your machine. Awesome. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely.
And then obviously, like you said, if you want to go and generate your own leads and everything, dude, go to the races. Like, if you know how to do stuff already, you know how to maybe go do some YouTube stuff or some Facebook ads or some whatever, go to the races with it. You can do as much as you want, and it'll help you out.
Perfect.
Christian, your last name's Wicks, is that true?
Absolutely.
Just wanted to make sure. That's who I thought you were, but just wanted to check.
Does anybody else have another question I can answer? Or just a concern or anything that they not sure about?
Well, let me ask a question. Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead, Christian.
Okay, I just had one other quick question, which was exactly kind of how many people are in your guys' teams? That's kind of
right now. The last time I looked, but I need to get updated information because I just had, I think, somewhere around between 4 to 6 signups just in the last 2 days. But the last time I looked at my like I can just show you guys here. I'll just share my screen and show you guys. And I'll even show you how I just got that text message so you guys don't think I'm making up stuff just to try and get you started. Because there's some scam artists out there, man, and they'll do whatever they can to flip and just get you to do something to follow them or whatever. That's not me. That's not this team. That's not us. Share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let me close that so you guys aren't seeing the video. So you see this Michael right here, Koken? Is that too small?
Yeah.
No, I can see it.
You got to bring it up a little bit.
Let me see if I can just share that window, and that'll probably be better. Share my screen. Oh man, it only does the browser. Let me just take a you can see I'm not very technical, and so there's hope. I'm not a computer wizard, I promise.
That's a relief.
I know a few things because I've been doing it for a while, but I mean, I have a lot of technical hiccups myself. Yeah, it seems like I can't make that bigger. Can you guys see this screen right here? This little message?
Yeah.
Is it too small you can't read it?
It is small.
Like where it's highlighted right here?
Yeah.
Anyways, this is just my computer's connected to my phone because I have an iPhone and it's my Mac, and so my text messages come in here. All that says is it says,
"Hey Jeff,
dude,
Jeff, copy and paste it onto the group chat."
Oh, okay. Look at you. You're a smarty pants.
There we go.
So that message right there, that was from Michael. That just came to me. So that machine right there, the K8, that machine cost $5,000. So obviously what we're doing is working. So somebody came in and bought a $5,000 water machine. He didn't even talk to the person one time. They just came in and bought it. They just went through the system, watched the videos, probably had some follow-up emails over the last week, and they just decided to buy. So showing you that what we're doing is working. That's today, 6:04 p.m. It's 6:47 p.m. my time. Let me show you this. So I keep track of like people that get signed up as much as I can. Some people don't tell me when they sign up, so obviously I will need to update it. But from what I've kept track of, I last updated it last week. So far, this is what's happening on our personal team. So I'll make it bigger.
And you've only been doing this
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
All right, so as you can see, this top yellow spot, that's when I first bought my machine, and then I bought a Ukon underneath my machine. And Norm and Glenn, you guys can explain that to the people if they don't understand that. But anyways, then I started bringing people in under my Ukon position, and so over here, That's my sister, 3 positions. Dominic Lipinski, and then his mom bought. Joseph's in here. Stacy, under Joseph, I put that sale. Glenn and Norm are 1, so they're here. And I think you guys have already made a sale somewhere right here, right?
Yep,
Yes.
we did.
So as you can see, I don't even know all the sales because I think they made a sale, so I have to add that. And then we got Gary, Victoria, Kevin under my sister here that I put in there. Over here, we got Georgia. We got Mike and Tim under them. We got Dan, 3 positions. Voye, Diane, Steve, Darren, Steve, Diane, Pete. They've actually made 3 more sales, so I got to add those. We got a guy, Scott, Jennifer Nash. And then I got my 4A position over here, and I got sales happening over here too as well. But as you guys can see, like, we got sales coming in all over the place, and this is just building out. And I haven't even done any paid marketing yet.